Stunning scenery in the southern San Juans. Plenty of shenanigans were had, which ultimately led to self-recovery after self-recovery. Eventually, conventional driving did prevail, with creek followed by creek, followed by creek. Hope y'all like it wet. Sprawling campsites with some grumpy locals. Of course, some trails and necessary cocktails, but don't forget to pay the bridge toll. All right, so another day, another trail. We are at the start of Echo Basin, and going up yonder, it is just a network of trails. So we're gonna probably do 3 today. This is the start of it, which is that cattle guard and I think a private reservoir lake. But right here we gonna hit the San Juan National Forest, and it's supposed to go up well above 10,000 feet. It's supposed to be really pretty. Not difficult, but tag along and we'll see how it is. So this trail is about 13 miles, and it's one way in if you want to stick on it, and then kind of like a loop Q-tip at the end. We're not going to do the whole thing. We're going to connect to different trails so we can head back out a different way and see some new stuff. Is that a big buck? No. It's just one of them lady deer, which is cool too. They're nice. So what I'm trying to say before I was so rudely interrupted by the wildlife out here, tons of camping, and it seems to be big open spots. So if you got a full-size rig or a trailer or a big group of people, this would be a pretty cool option. This trail is pretty close to Mancos, which is about 45 minutes away from Durango, if that. Dude, what is it? We'll leave that alone, Dewey. So keep that in mind, that this is cattle area, and there's a chance that a 2,000-pound bull might wander into your camp. So, you know, be ready for that. One of the great aspects of Echo Basin Trail is the diversity of scenery, starting off with open plains and aspen groves, ending with pine forests, jagged peaks, and wildflowers. So here is the split. We can go that way, or we can go that way. But either way, you are on 566. So basically, you come up, and it makes a big loop. It comes back down. But over here, there's another trail, and it's a little bit more difficult, which connects to a whole bunch of other trails, so I can get back to the freeway without having to hit the same ground twice. So I'm going to go that way. If you are stricken with bovine phobia, it's real. Google it. This might not be the trail for you. Look at this for a campsite. Freaking huge. You got some views. It's flat. There's a cow. You make your own milk and cheese in the morning for breakfast. Not sure what else you could ask for. So you think that you build a big bonfire? I know that's not what these are, but it would be pretty cool. Low bridges are numerous in this area, so you need to keep an eye out if you have that decorative, overlanding gear on top of your rig. As I was saying, these campsites are not hard to find. The opposite of what I'm used to. If I was able to wrangle up a big enough group of folks that could actually stand being around me for a few days, these huge flat campsites with postcard views would make this trail one of my top picks for a location. The only other place I've seen with large grassy areas that are actually open would be in Vesco Field at Mile High, since the Broncos haven't been using it for years. Oh, there it is. Dewey. So there's traffic on this road. Another wardrobe change for this trail, with pine trees starting to creep in. This trail is basically a dirt road. Oh, look at that! an obstacle. You add water and mud to some of the most benign situations, and things automatically become entertaining. And depending where you are, it could even cost you a couple bucks. Huffy! How's that for a view? You even see the creek down there, maybe in the distance? This would make a pretty sweet camping area as well. Alright, it's not a raging river, but right off the trail, you get a nice little creek. Pretty awesome. I'm just a Barbie girl in a Barbie world, made of plastic. It's fantastic. Oh no. Whoa. Son of a bitch. Aqua, you did it to me again. All right. Everything has officially gone pear-shaped. We have sunk the Titan in some mud. And just so you know, I'm not screwing with you. That's my leg down to the knee, and I do not know if I'm getting my flip-flop back. Oh my God, I'm sure that is 90% cow. Oh, all right. Okay. We're stuck. See what we can do about this. I mean, the truck is stuck. But look at my damn leg. It's like a dipped vanilla breadstick, something gross, skinny. All right, as you can see, we've done a proper number on completely burying the Titan. Not completely, but the whole passenger side is sunk in the mud. You see my leg. It's a little more than I anticipated. This is supposed to be an easy trail, but thankfully, I just got this box in from Clay over at Bead Lockers. Throw that under the rear tire, should do the trick. Let's see if I don't sink. If I can find the rear tire. So the box didn't do it. Maybe what's in the box will, and my interior was so nice before this, so nice. But let's see what Clay sent me. Maybe there's something in here. Well, would you look at that? Set of Action Trax. I think this is exactly what the doctor ordered, yeah? Let's find out. Time to get muddy again. It's so gross. It's so gross. Granted, I'm still on the shoulder, but I didn't think the mud would be this deep. Mud is fun, but tearing up the trail is a rookie move, and I wouldn't have pulled this little stunt if I would have known. I'm sure I'll hear about it in the comments section, deservingly so. And there you have it, folks. having the proper gear can turn what would be a terrible situation into no big deal, except for the fact that I'm completely covered in mud, and so is the inside of my car, and it's eating me up inside. So I'm glad there's a trails and cocktails segment coming up. But these things by mosquitoes, I've never used them before, obviously, just took them out of the box. I know everybody gets Action Trax, and I've had them, they're awesome. These are a little bit more of a budget-friendly version. They obviously work great, and they're made in the USA.
And now it's time for me to pay for that little stay the trail faux pas. Nothing like instant mud and crap karma. I know you can't really tell, but this is absolutely grossing me out. I feel like I'm just playing in nature's sewer right now.
All right, these are not going back in the truck like that. They're nice. A little stream will do just fine. There you go. All you gotta do. Clean these bad boys off, and we'll be good to go again.
There are multiple sections of Echo Basin where a creek flows right down the center of the trail. There's no reason to go searching out of bounds for water and mud. To me, this is a sign of a good trail. Even though it has a low difficulty rating, it still brings plenty to the table to keep you entertained. I know everyone has their own version of the hot, crazy matrix, and on mine, non-stop water features rank high and overshadow the crazy aspect.
And this is why I was so grossed out by the mud I was in, because I know it's only half mud.
But it makes for great wildflower beds.
All right, so that is the end of the road for us for Echo Basin. Came down over yonder. You continue that way. It's 3 miles, you complete the loop, and then you take the trail we already did back to the beginning. So we're cutting this off 3 miles short. We're gonna head up that way, which I think is Helmet Peak. I'm sure there is some sort of inappropriate joke in there somewhere, and I will figure it out later and let you know. That one is about 6.5 miles. I know there's a split, and you can go head out to a peak and an overlook. It goes from relatively mild to like less so mild. It's supposed to be moderate over on Trails Offroad, which both these trails are on it, so it's really easy to download them over to Gaia. No, they're not sponsoring me, but it makes your life freaking easy. So it says there's some shelf roads. It's good for a full-size vehicle, but you can't pass, so always look down the way, make sure that you have the right of way and you have space to get through. But I'm looking forward to something a little bit more challenging and checking out those peaks way up behind me. I don't know if we end up over there, but that would be pretty cool. Mostly I'm looking forward to doing the Trails and Cocktails segment, not so much for you guys, but because I sort of need one after taking a bird bath in a freezing cold mountain stream to wash off. You'll know you made the right turn if right off the bat you have to cross over this creek, which from the looks of it, I wouldn't go into. So I'm sure, as you can see from the video from outside, this trail is night and day different already. It's basically just the 2 tire tracks for the road and grass in the middle, not nearly as used. So, oh, and they did say on the notes on Trails Off-Road that this trail is not maintained. So there could be trees down, it said, slides, rock and snow, whatever have you, dinosaurs, aliens, I don't know. This is not maintained. So be prepared for anything.
I know the camera never gives a true interpretation, but it is a little steep and loose for a fat pig in 2-wheel drive. That means one thing.
Did you hear that? That was a little spin. Looks like it's time to click some buttons, maybe? You know what? No reason to mess around. Let's just go right into 4 low. All right, as you saw there, what a difference a switch can make, going from 2 high to 4 low. Like nothing was ever there. I know some people like to fight going to 4-low or 4-wheel drive and see what they can do in 2-wheel drive, but since I'm out here solo, no point in dicking around with that or vagina-ing around since it's 2022. This trail is definitely, I wouldn't say it's spicy, but it's wet and I'm going pretty straight uphill and it is loose rock and some ruts, and I'm kind of happy about it. This is pretty fun. 15% into this trail, and Trails Off-Road did not lie. It is a little spicier. Before we started the first trail, I aired down to 22 PSI in the front, 24 in the rear, which probably did help me get out of that sticky situation earlier when I was stuck. For all the rocks that are on this trail, because this thing is nothing but shale everywhere, having the right PSI is going to help you big time. And yeah, not that you can see right now, but it's a little bit of a shelf road. Definitely no room to pass.
Not to sound completely daft, but can someone let me know if these extensive screed mounds are the result of mining or actually natural?
I can only assume this was a huge mining project up here or something, because I don't think I've quite seen shale fields like this. That is ridiculous.
This is one of the more enjoyable sections. Hearing and feeling the crunch and grinding of the tires on a full-size rig rolling across a screed field is a unique, tangible sensation reminiscent of Ophir Pass. You will also get some of the best views of the valley below from here, along with some of myself, which of course is way more important.
Well, we can go right and continue the main trail, or left, which dead ends, but it's supposed to be kind of top of the mountain overlook. That sounds like a good place to make a cocktail to me.
This spur is clearly not a high traffic area and is slightly more challenging, which of course makes for a bit more fun and a slight sense of exploration.
And we got a little bit of a hill climb, maybe? I don't know if I'm supposed to be going on. Let's check it out.
Made it over this little berm without much fuss, just to find a dead end. Now getting back seems to be somewhat of an obstacle. Sometimes you need to create your own entertainment.
Oh, geez.
It's okay, just scraping the barnacles off the bottom of this ship.
All right, so we got that hill. And you can see some marks on the top. That was from my first attempt. I bottomed out pretty good.
Nope, this little challenge was not on purpose. And no, Action Trax does not sponsor me. I just had a real dopey day.
All right, so I put down those Action Trax right behind me over here. Not that I had a loss of traction, I had a loss of clearance because this thing is not lifted yet and it's a long wheelbase and that's kind of a high berm. So I put it over where the wheel marks are and I'm hoping that'll give me just enough clearance to make it over without messing anything up. Yeah, I could probably give it some berries and send it over, but no reason to screw anything up if I don't have to. So let's hope this works. And then another use for these boards, maybe. All right, let's see if these Action Trax can help me get just a couple inches more than I need. Yes, go make the jokes. Let's see. And there you go. That's all it took. Just throw them down, got an extra inch of clearance, made it over without too much of a scrape. Made it over the berm thanks to these guys. Could I have done it without it? Maybe. Could I have messed something up? Possibly, because I only have bash plates on part of the car. So it's good to know I made it over without any issues. And you can see on my first attempt, I was really bottoming out. If you've got the tools, use them. No reason to screw anything up. And these things are not just for when you're stuck in the mud and sand. Use them as little bridges or an extender if you need an extra inch. First time I ever had that problem, but today it did the trick and we made it through.
After putting myself in a bind for the second time in 2 hours, I was in the need of a spot to put together a Trails and Cocktails segment for y'all. What do you think this locale? Will it do?
So, welcome to another episode of Trails and Cocktails. Top of this beautiful mountain. Got all these peaks behind me. You can't see it over there, but got these plains that look like some crazy canyon way off in the distance and some rain. At least it's not here. Great setting. Took a lot to get here. This drink is not just for you, it's for me today. It's called a smog cutter. Pretty simple. I'm sure by now you realize I like my mezcal when I don't have tequila, and when I have tequila, I like my mezcal. If it's from Mexico, I kind of like it. Pretty simple. Get a mezcal, a shaker, some Negro Modelo, ginger, which has been a theme lately, some simple syrup. Also, if you have tonic syrup, you do 50-50. I couldn't find any. Lemon, and you'll need a muddler. I'm sure that just takeaway just worked out real well. But yeah, you'll need a muddler. All right, first things first, let's cut some stuff up. And as you can tell, I'm a little slanted here, so if things run away, sorry about that. Let's get rid of that first piece. And you need about 3 slices. Go pretty thin. And in case you're wondering, I did wash all that. Look at that. It's haunted. It's freaking haunted. I'm gonna call those whatever, ghost hunter busters. Did wash my hands with my little sanitation station after getting everything unstuck because I think it was only 50% mud. The rest of it, I don't even know. But you want to release all the fragrance from the ginger. And you know, like, ginger is supposed to be good for you. It's supposed to be good for your gut, make you feel better. Then it tastes good. So yeah, there's that. So give that a little bit. You can see the juice is starting to come out. That should be good. All right, now what we're gonna do is, calls for lemon juice. I just carry lemons. And this thing is juicy, at least I think it is. Yeah, we're gonna clean that table up later. But all the good stuff in there. There we go. Those seeds will I will get that later. Those seeds will just, like any other little kid, it'll just grow trees in your stomach, which is fine. It's fine. Oh, there's a strainer on this. We're good. And even your friends that are like, I don't like mezcal, it's too smoky, it's campfire tequila. Like, this should, at least appease them. All right, so you want about 3/4 of an ounce of simple syrup and double that if you don't have the tonic syrup. So play to your taste. I don't like my stuff super sweet. I also don't measure, but I know this is about 3 ounces, so half of that should do. All right. Mezcal, which, yeah, I need it. I need it. And at this point, let's put this over here, you're gonna wanna shake it, which I'm gonna go get that ice. And magic! I'm back with ice and a vessel. I was really prepared. I'm sorry, I got frazzled. There's mud everywhere. This is mud everywhere. All right, get some ice in there. Once again, thank you, Iceco. No, you don't sponsor me, but you should, because I use you all the time. Now give this a real good shake. or if you want to be like the professionals and give it the frontward shake so you don't bruise the alcohol, which I don't know if I want an alcohol that's so tender it can be bruised, but that's just me. The rest of the ice into this nice little glass. All right, we're on camera. I don't have a bottle opener, so let's see. I can open here. Oh, and I did it. For you guys. Did it for you guys. And I'm sure it's gonna fall and spill and I'm gonna cuss. It'll be fine. It'll be fine. Here for that magic, fragrant elixir of life that's gonna get rid of all your problems. Into your cup, which I think this thing is slightly bigger than I realized. Then top it off with your beer. I'm sure you can use different beers, but this darker Negro Modelo, not the Negro Especial, I think is the way to go. But this is, I don't care how it looks. Don't care. I just hope it tastes amazing. And here's how an adult makes all of its problems go away. Magically, I don't even care that I was literally knee-deep in bullshit 45 minutes ago. Inside of my truck and outside is covered. It's all gone. Stress is gone. The panic and the thought of all the cleaning, it's all gone thanks to this. So, if you've had a rough day on the trail and you need to relax just a little bit, I would suggest a smog cutter. Nice combination of mezcal, Mexican beer, ginger, and lemon should definitely put you in a happier spot. Until next time, hope you see us again on Trails and Cocktails, and thank you for watching another episode of Grand Overland. I don't know if this is the end of the episode. We'll see what the rest of this trail is like, but if it's not worth filming, thank you for tagging along, and I'll catch you guys later.
This is where reality set in and ruined my fun, since I wanted about 6 of these drinks, but I'm driving and we all just saw my amazing skills on full display while sober today. That being said, you really don't need to catch a buzz to enjoy a view like this.
It is getting dark out, so I'm gonna film as much as I can for Purple Helmet Mountaintop Road. I'll get the name is actually the beginning of the video and I will say it again at the end. But I will film as much as I can until it gets a little too dark. And the trail is getting a little narrower. Nothing bad. You guys, as you know, I'm in a full-size rig. So anybody in a Jeep or a Tacoma or anything would breeze right through here. But it is getting narrower and there is a shelf. It's still nothing to worry about, but I'm gonna film as long as I can, and hopefully there'll be something cool that I can share with you guys. But if not, I'm gonna keep saying goodbye until it is goodbye, because it's just never let go, bros. Never let go.
You RTT toters might encounter some rooftop tentacles.
So I keep wanting to stop filming, but this trail, it's just really freaking cool. It's just pine trees and then groves of aspens, as you're seeing right now, and tons of creek crossings, and some of the creeks just stay right in the middle of the trail the whole time. I mean, you're not 3 feet deep or anything, you're just splashing around, but it's really engaging. It's easy, but if you look away, you're gonna have a bad time. So I keep just edging up and up and up on my rating on this trail. It's pretty freaking cool.
Although I had more room than I thought, and I was just being a bit of a Nancy Drew, if you had a rooftop tent on a lifted rig, this could be a showstopper, or a good excuse to get out the winch and chainsaw. I feel like there should be a pause for dramatic effect, but nothing actually happens.
All right, so I just had a mini heart attack. I am so far deep in here and I just saw this gate and I didn't see the please close the gates, which means I can pass through. And as you know, always lock it after you go through, leave it how you found it. But I thought for a second I was gonna have to double back, and pooping my pants would be an understatement if that's what I had to do. But everything's cool, everything's kosher. Oh, beautiful. It even self-opens. Stay, stay.
And remember, what's your goal?